Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Caitlin. Today I have got a 20-minute superset workout for you. We'll be doing 4 different supersets. So working opposing muscle groups with no break in between to really build strength. You will need 2 weights for today's class. I recommend using dumbbells and perhaps even grabbing 2 separate weights of dumbbells if you have them. That way you can use heavier or lower depending on how your body's feeling. So when you're ready, throw on some trainers and I'll see you on your mat. Before we start our superset workout, let's start with a quick warm-up. So make your way to the back of your mat. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Walk forward to plank. Little hold. Hands come back in. And then reach up. Little inchworms here. Nice strong core. Feeling the shoulders start to warm up, the backs of the legs. Two more. Last one. Holding plank for 5, 4, 3, 2. Walk your hands back towards your feet. Come up to stand. Just some shoulder rolls here. Big circles forward. Big circles back. Step 1 foot out as you reach your arms up. Just stepping out, jumping jacks. You can jump here as well, just getting the shoulders, everything warm. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pull one knee to your chest, give it a squeeze. Alternate. One more each side. All right, grab your weights. I'm gonna press play on our timer. Starting in 10 seconds with our first superset. We're doing biceps and triceps. Grab your weights. We're starting with a bicep curl. All right, so soft bend in the knees. Keeping your elbows hugging in towards your side. Keeping your navel drawing in and up. So we're doing 6 exercises, 3 bicep exercises, 3 tricep exercises, back to back to back, and then a break in between before we move on to the next superset. You've got 5 seconds until tricep extensions. You'll connect the weights up overhead, reach them up, bend your elbows, biceps, hug your ears like earmuffs, and then pressing down, lifting up. So again, I have a soft bend in my knees, that nice strong core. In 10 seconds, we're moving on to hammer curls. So very similar to the bicep curl, except your palms will face in towards one another. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let those weights come down in front of you. Your palms now face in. Bring them up. Again, the elbows are touching the sides of the waist. And you're not using momentum. You're using that bicep to curl your weights up and then slowly lower them back down. We're moving through each superset only once, so you know you can do this. If you need to drop set and take a lower weight, that's fine. Maybe you do your action without the weights. Also an awesome option as you work to grow strength. All right, in 5 seconds, you're leaning over for a tricep kickback. 3, 2, 1. Hinge at your hips, bend in the knees. Draw your elbows towards one another. Keep the elbows lifted. Take the weights back. Extending your arms, bending back to 90. Halfway through. In 10 seconds, you're holding the middle of a bicep curl, and we'll take the weights away from one another and then back towards one another like a serving tray. 3, 2, 1. So elbows hug in, weights face up. You'll bring them to connect gently, open them out. So you're finding rotation through the shoulders and a nice hold of the bicep. Your last exercise in this superset is for the triceps. We're gonna come down to the mat, tricep dips. It's in 15 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come down to the mat, turn your fingers to point in. You'll lift your hips, elbows bend back towards one another, press back up. Weights in your heels, collarbones are wide, chest lifted. If you want to make it trickier, you can extend one leg and alternate. "15 seconds till a break." 5, 3, I got excited, 2, and 1. All right, come up to stand. Try to keep your feet moving. You have a full minute break. So you can take a sip of water here. Grab a hold of your weights. We're gonna start with an overhead press. So use your biceps, bring the weights up, press them out towards the ceiling, palms face one another, and then back down towards the shoulders. Press up, lower down. You're doing so well. In 10 seconds, we're moving to a lateral raise. 3, 2, and 1. Keep a little bend in the elbows. You'll raise the weights up about shoulder height and lower back down. So bend in the elbows. You're not locking them out, especially if you have heavier weights. Okay? You might even consider bending the elbows to 90 and taking your raise from here if the weights feel like they're moving into the joint. So if you're starting to feel like your elbows can't handle your weight. In 10 seconds, we're moving on to the Arnold press. So burning out those shoulders. Whoo, let it burn, baby, burn. 2, and 1. So I use your biceps, bring your palms to face in towards your face. As you press up, rotate the palms forward and then lower back down to cover your face. Press up and forward, lower back down, palms face in. And I feel this. My arms are tired from a workout yesterday, so this is quite the challenge. I'm scooping out my lower belly, so I'm protecting my lower back. And although this doesn't feel like a core focused exercise or a core forward exercise, your core is working. 3, 2, and 1. What are we doing? Oh, upright row. So palms by the thighs. You'll lead with your elbows as you bring the weights up and then let them come back down. So again, leading with the elbows. I feel my shoulders burn, baby, burn. You've got this. In 10 seconds, well, 5 seconds now, we're doing a forward raise. 3, 2, and 1. So again, the palms will stay facing the thighs, little bend in the knees, lift the arms forward, lower them back down. So again, you have that soft bend in the elbows. You're trying not to let the shoulders come all the way up to the ears. You can see this is a tricky one for me. The lower ribs are drawing in. You're not leaning back to lift the weight. You're not using momentum. You're using the strength of your shoulders. If you can hold at the top for a beat, that's fantastic. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop one weight. Grab a hold of your second weight with both hands. Take it up overhead. You're gonna do a little halo one direction, halo circle, and then halo circle the other direction. This is your last exercise for your shoulder superset. So, in just over 20 seconds, you get a full minute break. 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Taking 1 minute break here. Grab a hold of one weight. In 10 seconds, we're doing our goblet squat. Heels in, toes out. Holding that one weight in front of you. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend your knees like you're sliding your back up against a wall. Press into the heels, squeeze your bum at the top. So noticing that I'm not leaning forward, right? I'm not doing this. My chest is proud. If you start to lean forward, just ditch your weight. Make sure your knees are tracking same direction as your second and third toe, so your knees aren't coming in. And in 5 seconds, you'll grab a hold of that second weight for a deadlift. 2 and 1. Your feet will be hip width distance apart, weights face in. Bend your knees slightly, hinge at your hips. Your weights come about to mid shin. Press into your heels, come back up, squeeze your glutes. So you'll lower and lift. So this is getting into that hamstring, or those hamstrings. Both legs are working here. In 5 seconds, you're gonna rack the weights up for a curtsy squat. All right, so weights will come to the shoulders, or you can ditch them. Your weight's in your right foot. I want you to take your left toes behind you, bend your right knee, come up to stand. So try to keep your hips and shoulders square to the top of your mat. So do 2 exercises back to back on the right leg, and then 2 exercises back to back on the left leg. In 10 seconds, we're doing a single leg deadlift with the right foot forward. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So you'll bring the left toes behind you, hinge at the hips. Now both of the weights go down, the left leg will lift, and you'll come up to stand. All right, so again, hinge at the hips, the weights come down to about mid-shin, you'll come back up, tap your left foot. If it's too much to float the left leg, the left toes can stay down. You're trying not to bend too much into the right knee. There's a little micro bend there, but otherwise your leg is straight. In about 5 seconds, you're doing your curtsy squats on the left side. 2 and 1. Rack your weights up to shoulder height. Take your right toes behind you, bend your left knee, and then come back up. So driving into the left heel. So this is that left glute, of course, but you're also getting a little bit of your quadricep. And working these larger muscle groups of the legs is also a nice way to get your heart rate to come up. You can tell I'm breathing heavy, I'm sweating. We're not even doing cardio necessarily. 3, 2, 1. So now your weight goes into your left foot, the right toes tap behind you. I want you to hinge at your hips as you come down and tap the toes. So this is the only superset, as I said, that has 4 exercises. So to finish it off, we're gonna do a squat and then a weighted bridge. So, and if you catch a wiggle, that's okay. If you catch a stumble, it means your body's learning something new. You can just come right back into it. In 5 seconds, finding a squat. 3, 2, 1. All right. Once again, you can rack the weights up if you want to, bending your knees, hips move back, lift and squeeze. So my chest is lifted in my squat. I'm hinging at the hips, not my waist, which means my booty's sticking back. My chest is proud. In 5 seconds, you're gonna lie down on your back with 1 weight. Okay, soles of your feet on the mat, hip width distance apart. Your weight will go across your hips. I want you to press into your heels, lift your hips, squeeze, lower the hips just to hover, and then press back up. Keep breathing. You're almost there. There you go. Take your break. Take a sip of water if you need it. Again, you might come up to stand, get the feet moving. Our final superset in about 1 minute is your chest and your back. For the chest and back, we're starting on the mat. Have your dumbbells somewhere nearby. We're starting with a push-up followed by a renegade row. So you don't need the weights under your hands for your push-up unless you want them, but you will need them for your row. So in 3 seconds, starting with your push-up, keep elbows bent off to the side. You're getting into your chest here. So you want to be lifting and lowering your body all at the same time. The hips aren't dipping. Your core is very strong. In 10 seconds, grabbing those weights, you're staying in a plank position, so you're really hitting core here. You'll start to row the weights up in 3, 2, and 1. So you can set your feet about mat width distance apart if you want stability, narrower if you're feeling confident. You'll lift the weight up, elbows lifting, lower, swap sides. So really squeezing between the shoulder blades, keeping the hips as stable as possible, which is why a wider base is a nice option. In 10 seconds, you're gonna grab a hold of those weights and lie down on your back, similar to the bridge position. 3, 2, and 1. The weights will stay in hand, soles of your feet on the mat. Lift your hips. If you'd like to add a little bit of booty to this, you'll press the weights up and then lower back down with control. So this is a chest press in a bridge position. Now again, the bridge is not part of the superset. This is all about chest and back. So if it's too much to keep the hips lifted, if it's too distracting, you're gonna ditch that. In 10 seconds, you're making a quick transition to stand, keeping the weights in hand, and we'll do a bent over row. All right, come up to stand, hinging at your hips like you did in your deadlift. I want you to bend your elbows up towards the ceiling, so you're kind of in a scarecrow position, and then lower the weights back down. Lift up to scarecrow, lower back down. Squeezing between the shoulder blades. You're breathing. You only have 2 more exercises after this in your superset workout. You're doing such a good job. In 5 seconds, coming back down to lie on your back for chest flies. 2 and 1. Lie down. Palms will face in towards one another. I want you to keep the bend in your elbows. Take your elbows to tap alongside the mat, and then bring your palms back in towards one another. Weights come down to the sides, and then back towards one another. I cannot emphasize how important it is for your elbows to be bent here. Option if you'd like to tabletop the legs, keeping your lower back pressing down. A little bit of core is getting involved here. But again, that's just extra. This is all about the chest fly. In 4 seconds, coming up to stand for your final exercise. All right, let's go. Coming up to stand, and this is a bent over fly. So similar to what we were doing, you're hinging at the hips, palms facing towards one another. I want you to keep the bend in your elbows, lift the weights to the sides, and then lower back down. Try to use muscles, squeezing the shoulder blades rather than momentum. So let your shoulders do some work here. Let your back do some work here. And by your shoulders, I meant the muscles in between your shoulder blades. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, set those weights down. Finish with a really quick stretch. Take your right arm across your body. Shake it out, take the left. Grab a hold of your right ankle with your left hand. Give that quad a little stretch. And then bring your right heel to the mat, sink your hips back. Swap sides, bend your left knee, grab a hold of your left ankle with your right hand, with your left hand. Let that left heel come forward, send your hips back. Good, take a nice big inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands through prayer, heart center. One more big inhale. Exhale, hands come back down. If you have the time, I definitely recommend doing a longer stretch. I have a foam rolling video available on this channel if you want to give that a shot, or any one of my yoga videos will be a great addition to this superset workout. I hope you have a really fantastic rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now. Thank you so much for sharing your time with me. Please give this video a like if you enjoyed it. Comment down below with your favorite superset from today's class. And you can also let me know of other workout videos or yoga videos you'd like to see. Please subscribe to my channel. I upload one workout video and one yoga video a week. Sometimes more. I'll add in little surprises here and there. Thank you again for sharing your time with me. I greatly appreciate it. I hope you have a beautiful day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.